Hey, okay. It's Jim looking at 30-year bond futures. What a day, what a day, what a day. Started out with all this chop, uh, but ZN, there were some good signals. Let's just look at ZN real quick. If I can pull it up, I bet I can. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I got in here. It was somewhere around probably right there. I'd have to go back and look at my log, but it wasn't near as choppy. This chart doesn't do it justice, but I caught several ticks there. Of course, later in the morning, it was just as strong as ZB. We'll go back to the ZB chart. My point is, if you're looking at the 30-year and you're just getting all this chop signal, uh, look at the 10-year like I did, and I got a nice clean signal there, and was able to hold on to it for several ticks. And that instrument ZN 10-year futures is a little easier sometimes to trade. Has a lot more volume, and you could put on more contracts and still have the same risk as the 30-year. Anyway, right here at 550 we get the PPO, and right behind it is the EMA. And I didn't catch it in here, but I caught it on one of the pullbacks, and it was actually right in here after the cash open. But what a fantastic move. I don't know what I was doing here. Wasn't watching. I was doing something else. But what a move. What a move. And it can, these things can happen anytime. You'll see if you back test and go back in your charts and look at this thing. We typically get almost every day, I won't say every day, but almost every day, we get a really good opportunity to get a bunch of ticks. Now this was a 2-point move. I mean, you could have gotten in at 150.07, and if you'd had the cojones to hold it, I say a 2-point move. Okay, it was right down here at 148. Okay, a point and a half. I mean, you could have got 40 ticks. Oh man, fantastic. So, and look what it did. It came right down to this pivot, and I went through it, stopped some folks out, chopped around a little bit, but look how it. So I mean, up in here, and that's what I was thinking up here in the middle here. It's this thing's a magnet. These pivot levels, weekly pivot points, and this is FS1. If we scrunch it up, you can kind of see where we're at here. Here's the main pivot line, this white line, way up here at 151.07, which, by the way, that corresponds very nicely with the daily 8 EMA. If you pull up the daily chart, you could see that. And so when you're down here and really got a trend going, I mean, start looking at the next pivot point and look what it does. I mean, I'm not making this stuff up, as the Fib Queen says. It's just, yeah, it went a few ticks past it. Okay, but look how it, if you're up here trying to make a decision at it when it's pulling back, and there's a pretty good EMA going, and you see that you've got some room to the next pivot line, man, jump on that trade, because there's a pretty high probability that it can come down here and at least touch this, and then you take your profit. And that's what I did and I also had some TBT on today, which did very nicely. I had that on since a couple of days. So anyway, it got down here. I took some TBT off. we'll see what happens here going into the close. This thing fired short again, so I'm sure after hours tonight it'll easily come back here to this pivot line. Let me scrunch this up a little bit more because our next level, look at this, it's 147. So who knows? Now tomorrow we have the 10-year auction, and that happens at 1 o'clock Eastern. That's 12 o'clock Central. There will be, typically, almost guaranteed, will be some volatility around that. I would not hold a position into that auction, but early in the morning, if there's some good setups, I'm definitely going to be trading them. But going into that auction, I will not be holding anything. After the auction, though, we can see if we get some volatility and get some movement. But anyway, today was a fantastic day to make a big pile of money. I was positive. I sure wished I'd have been watching more closely up here. I don't know what was wrong with me, but there will be other opportunities. But anyway, a great day, and that is what I have. Thanks a lot.